Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies. Today is February 6, 2015. Welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies live trading room, where strategic knowledge and information allows you to trade successfully. Today is non-farm payroll, so we're going to go over the disclaimer, and then we're going to go over some potential trade entries that look to be very favorable. Disclaimer: future stocks and spot currency trading have large potential rewards but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the future stocks and forex markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy, sell future stocks or forex. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on this website. Past performance of indicators or methodology are not necessarily indicative of future results. Being that said and done, we'll go over the website a little later. Let's go to the charts. Yeah, the New Zealand dollar looks to go long. Interesting. Very, very interesting on that one. But I'm not keen on that one right now. So let's go to Euro USD, which is the one that's really gonna kick. And we'll go to the smaller minutes. Normally, and I actually like the pound New Zealand. I like that one. I got a signal on that one to go short. See, the signal on this one is right here on the Euro USD on the 20-minute at 114.75. It's right above this level right here and right above this level, so that's 3 levels, and then this would be a 4th level right here, and they're currently trading right now at 114.53. I'd put a stop loss up here at 114.76 or 114.79 to be safe. I think they're going to spike it up just a tad more up before going short on the Euro USD. But I like that one short. I don't like that one long. Everything indicates on that to go short. I also got a similar signal on the pound dollar. And we only got 4 minutes. So come on, come on, come on. Don't mess around. Non-farm payroll is sometimes the most exciting day. I see this one here. The level on 20 minutes was identified on the pound dollar at 153.42. I like the stop at 153.51. I think they're driving it up because they're going to bring it down. But then it also popped up here on the 10-minute, but this is a 20-minute. So it'll be, this one will be iffy. We'll see. If it breaks this level, based on, I'm thinking the higher time frame is usually the most valid one. Granted, the 10-minute is showing this, but if it closes below this level, which it's doing right now, right before the announcement, looks to go short. I like it short. I'd say the stop loss at 153.52, short at 153.42, or where it's at right now, is a good entry short, in my opinion. See, look at that. Look how they're bringing it down. Let's take a look at the pound New Zealand, because I like that one short as well. Actually, no, this one looks, no, forgive me, pound New Zealand long. And this one's going long for some reason. The signal is here at 2.060. Stop loss would be at 2.0591. And it looks to go long. I mean, it's already, positive. The signal was here on the 20-minute. We don't have any other indication here except this level, but the 20-minute supersedes at this point. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I'm actually very curious. And then the USD CAD. The USD CAD had a signal on 20-minute at 124.21 that it'll go long. So it'll be very interesting to see how that actually plays out. I'm not too convinced on that one. But they're not breaking it, so it'll be interesting. Let's go back to the Euro USD right before the announcement and see how that plays. One minute to announcement. Whoa, USDN went through the roof. Look at that thing go. And the Euro went short, just like I said. Right to the T. Look at that. What a beautiful trade. That one played out really nicely. $51 pips right out the gate on that trade. 66 pips and still going 60 pips. Wow, what a doozy. 61 pips right to the level. 62. We'll take profit there. 63 pips. 64. 65. Let's see if it gives 70. 68, 69. 68, 69. Let's see if it goes any further. 70, 71. Holy cow, look at that thing. Incredible. 71 pips on the, we're going to close it with 71 pips. 72 pips on the Euro USD. GP USD. We were in that one as well. And that one played out very nicely. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. So we can record these trades. It's a beautiful thing. Don't take too long. Come on, come on, come on, Ninja. You know, when there's huge moves like this, it takes forever. This one's up 53 pips right now. It hit this level. 67, 57, 56. I'm going to close it here. 57 pips. Again, the pound dollar, we identified the level. It came down short. We closed it. I also identified the pound New Zealand, and that trade ended up playing beautifully to the upside. That one went long. So far, based on the trades, I'm up to 200 pips. This one was a great trade. I love the entry here. They came down, then bounced. It's up 96 pips right now. I don't think it's going to go any higher. So we're going to close it with 88. Our entry was here. It came down here, bounced, and then bounced up. Great trade. Let's take a look at the US CAD. And I believe that was our last trade. Holy moly. And the euro's still kicking. Sometimes it's better to take it off the table. And I didn't get into the US yen. I got into it in my live account, and I'm up 83 pips on that one. So my total for today is, wow, 350 pips. Amazing. Yeah, this is the US CAD. It's up 71 pips. And sometimes, our entry was at 12440. Identified the level 12421 to go long. And I'm going to close it at 70 pips. And I don't believe I have any more open positions. No, that's it. So we had a very good day. We had an outstanding day. This is the type of day that we relish. This is the type of day that we desire. Amazing. Ended up making literally over 200 pips today. We call this day a great day. In the live account, well, we made over 3,000 pips, 300 pips. Can't go wrong. What else is there to say? Non-farm payroll was just unreal. All of our trades hit. We identified the signals on the Euro USD to go short. Ended up getting out with 70 pips, even though, there was a pullback on this one. But if we measure it, our entry was from 145.52. And we got out at 113.40, I believe. No, moved 100 pips, but we got out here at 80. Was it 80? 113? 113.80. So let me close this and come back. 52 right there. And we got out right here. 71 pips. We ended up getting out with 71 pips on the Euro USD. It ended up going down close to 100 pips. We identified the signal in the 20-minute short. Never hit our stop loss. Just went straight down to the floor. Let's go and quantify the pound dollar. And we'll add those up. And it is being recorded. So let's give it a second. More people join the labor force as optimism grows. U.S.'s best 3-month payrolls gained since 1997. Non-farm payrolls rise 257,000. Estimated was 228,000. Unemployment rate rises one notch to 5.7. Seasonal layoffs frequently skew January data. Here, we'll measure this one. Our entry was 153.28. Right there. And Our exit was right there, 58 pips on the British pound. Let's go to the USD CAD because we were in that one. There is a question. Good morning. Boy, I was expecting a bigger turnout. But you know what? Those of you that had to be here were here. And that's all that matters. Pound US CAD, the entry had two entries here, so we're going to go with the last one. This one was just, it wasn't a, 123.43. Was it 123? Here was the entry. Here was the exit. 47 pips. Plus 47. But we had two entries in this one. I like this one a lot, actually. The next one was here. And that one yielded 35. So we had two entries in the US CAD, and then lastly Pound New Zealand, which were the only four trades that were placed. No, I entered those on market orders. Those were not limit orders. The signal was already given. And then this one was just a doozy. Pound New Zealand ended up yielding from our entry here and our exit here 117 pips. 117. So that equals 328 pips during non-farm payroll. That is a great morning. Cannot compare. So we take a breath. Yes. Very successful morning trading it. I didn't like the US yen, and we'll take a look at it, even though that one just screamed to the upside and is still going long. I just didn't get the signal on that one. And if I don't have a signal on it, I won't take the trade. It's one of those things that just can't cannot take a trade if there is no signal. So 328 pips isn't bad. See, this one here, there was no signal in the US yen. I didn't take this one on Ninja. I did take it in my other account, and I got out with that one with like 80 pips, but the total move on this puppy was just huge. I mean, this thing went from here all the way here, 121 pips. You know, could have really taken out probably another, from the 328 to 121, probably done 450 today. But we did 328 pips and we cannot complain. So let's review this real quickly and go over the why. It's always good to understand why. It's a great morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's the type of morning that you cherish on non-farm payroll, because we knew the entries, 15 minutes, actually it was a half hour in advance before the release. we knew the direction of the trade. We were able to predict it. See, right here is on the 20-minute where it basically announced itself, and the price was 114.76. Our entry was here at 114.52. Granted, it came all the way down to 113.51, but we got out at 113.80 with 71 pips on the Euro USD, and we were short before the announcement, which is, outstanding. Not that many people can say that they're in a trade before an announcement. We can. We'll go over the pound dollar again, just to clarify for the people that missed the session today. Give it a second. Yeah, this one we made 58 pips. On the pound dollar, the signal was identified on 20-minute at 153.42, that they were not going to breach that level, and they never did. We had power dots formed here. Our entry was here at 153.28. Our exit was here at 152.71. We came out with 58 pips. It came all the way down to 152.61. Now it's going long, and really I'm not interested in taking any more trades. You walk out with 328 pips in non-farm payroll, and you can pretty much tap yourself on the back and say, good boy, good boy. Let's go to the USD CAD. On that one we had 2 entries. And then the one that no one was really expecting to even look at, which was the pound New Zealand going long. Wow. What an explosive move. This one, it showed it here on the US CAD at 124.21. They pulled back, and they could have stopped you out because they were aggressive on this one. I had 2 entries though. I had an entry at 124.33 and another one at 124.46. Both yielding, one yielded 47 pips, the other yielded 35 pips when I exited those trades. And of course now they're retracing, but I don't care about the retracements. I'm not interested in getting in any further. But we identified the level here at 124.21 minutes in advance, half hour in advance before the release of the non-farm payroll. And the last one but not least is the pound New Zealand. You can't get out of the Euro USD trade. Too many requests, that's not good. No, it's not. But you should be positive on that trade still, though. Call your broker. That one is still a positive trade. If they're requoting, turn your, my suggestion is close your platform and reopen it and call your broker. This one, it identified the level right here, the pound New Zealand. And I'm telling you that no one expected this one. This was a phenomenal trade, but it whipped 2.0600 was where I identified the level. They went down to 2.0542 and then they bounced. My entry was 2.0624. So it came down pretty low, and then it just went sky high to 20814. We got out at 20743 with 117 pips, and that, my friends, we call it a day. So we ended up making 328 pips during non-farm payroll. And we say hallelujah and amen to that one. So, are there any doubts that the software is mathematically quantifying the price levels that the market makers are setting up to execute their plan of action before a news announcement? The only thing that we did not really quantify was the exit. And quite honestly, sometimes, if you're up on a trade and you're up over 50 pips, take it. I mean, if you didn't make 100 pips, then oh well. Today was a very special day because non-farm payroll is always very unique from the perspective that, the news release is very aggressive when it does come out. And most of the time, since we are able to identify the price levels that they're not going to breach because they're setting up to go in a specific direction upon the news release, that tells you that, number one, they already have a good idea of what the numbers are going to be. And so they're pretty much just waiting for everyone else to set up and go the wrong way. So we don't fall into that trap because we are able to isolate the price level and the direction of the trade in advance before the news release. So we don't get caught on the wrong side of the trade. We actually get caught on the right side of the trade. And very few people can say that. Today was evidence of that. When you make 328 pips right before non-farm payroll, or when you're in trades right before and you walk out with 4 trades with 328 pips, then you can literally say you had a great day. Now, I didn't like the Aussie dollar, and I want us to look at that real quickly, because I didn't get a signal on that. And if I don't get a signal in a 20-minute right before a news announcement, it means that one could go either way. And I'm not the type to guess. I don't like guessing. Guessing is not part of my analysis. Wow, 101 pips on the Euro USD. What a beautiful thing. Yeah, see, look at that. That thing it came down short, but I didn't get a signal on that one. And if I don't get a signal on the Aussie, I'm not taking it. I don't care. I could have had, could have gone short with that, but I didn't like it. It just didn't give me the feeling that I was looking for, the assurance. Even though it went down, this one really, it slammed. Let's measure this from top to bottom. This puppy came down 74 pips. But if I don't get everything that I'm looking for in my assessment, then I'm not taking that trade. So we took 4 trades. We made 328 pips for non-farm payroll. I'd say we did pretty good. And tell me, where else does it get exciting to trade non-farm payroll? See, look at this one. New Zealand dollar was the same thing. There was no signal. I didn't like it. The move was pretty extravagant. And from here to here, 79 pips as well. And it looks like it's going to go long. I wasn't that keen on this one. I just didn't like it. I did take a look at the USCN, I didn't get a signal, so I didn't execute the trade here, but I did execute it on my other account, and we'll keep that to ourselves. And I went long the US yen, and that was a beautiful trade. That was a beautiful trade. Let's give it a second to come out. Yeah, see, look at that thing. I mean, it from 117.10 all the way up here, 121 pips. Let me see, where was my entry on this one? In the secret account. We call that the secret account. The entry on that one was 117.22, right there. Let's measure that, and then the exit on that one was 118.25. 117.22, 118.25, and got out with that one with 103 pips. And it's still kicking. It is still kicking. Look at that thing go. Wow. Seems like the greenback just picked up a tremendous amount of strength. They'll rebalance that next week. We'll be watching that one very closely. For those of you that were late, I'm sorry you were late. I opened up the room very early, literally 20 minutes before the announcement. Are there any questions? This would be the moment. No questions? Tell you what my total was on the other. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful J. Really, you just cannot go wrong. Let's see. Yeah, it was a great day. It was a great day. So I really don't have anything more to share with you guys today. Let's go to the website. Here's our website, Phoenix Trading Strategies. Again, I want to welcome you. Those of you that have not been here, and for those of you that have, welcome again. For those of you that missed the 5:30 trade, which was non-farm payroll, we ended up yielding 328 pips, which is a phenomenal result for non-farm payroll. We were in trades literally 15 minutes before the announcement. We will be putting up this video on the blog, and you can go to the blog here. We'll probably put it up over the weekend. In the blog, you'll find trading videos. You'll find our latest videos, and our latest video will be this one, which will go up probably tomorrow. You will find other trading videos that you can go to. And usually it's very interesting to see what we ended up doing, how we did it. You can go to the indicators for those of you that are interested. Look at that US yen, it just keeps kicking. Amazing. We have a sale right now. Take advantage of it. We offer this on NinjaTrader right now and another platform. the price for the total package, which includes the indicators, the market analyzer, a 3-day trading with me, is $35.97. You can go to the About Us page. The About Us page is always very interesting because it's about me. It's about my journey. It's about my discovery of why most retail traders fail. One of the first secrets in the industry is chart pattern recognition. Second secret, understanding how market makers deceive the retail trader. Third secret, how volume price analysis reveals high-frequency traders, high-frequency trading by the banks. And fourth secret is what I call, and what I base my theory on, currency portfolio rebalancing. So if you want to learn more about this, buy the course, get the indicators. If you're ready to, to rise to the next level as a trader, well then, basically, you know what you have to do. These are the endorsements from and specialties that I have. You can check all that for yourself. Free trading room, which you've already signed up because you're already in it right now. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to share in that regard. Look at that thing go, that US yen. Wow, amazing. Amazing. Let's see if there were others that we, I'm curious to see the pound CAD. I didn't have time to look at that one, but let's take a look. Yes, NFP, we made 328 pips, John. You were late. We went short the euro dollar, pound dollar. We went long the US CAD. We went long the pound New Zealand. Shame on you for being late. I'll go over those trades again, and I'll show you guys within the next 10 minutes, and then we will call it a morning. Yeah, see, the US CAD, the pound CAD, I wasn't that keen on this one. I didn't see a signal on it, and normally I like to find the signals right before an announcement on the 20-minute. If I don't see a signal on the 20-minute, because that's usually the frequency that they're using, I won't use it. I won't take it. Yeah, I know you were late, buddy. I'm sorry. You missed out. Great entries. We made 328 pips on non-farm payroll. My engineer has been trying to get a hold of you. She sent you an email. Do me a favor, John, respond back to her so she can set up an appointment to get you all set up. This one, yeah, see, I didn't like it. It appeared here and they ended up going short. I wasn't too keen on this one. It just didn't, because it identified it here and here, and then it identified it here, and I'm like, no, too much conflict. When there's too much conflict of information and it's not clean, it's not worth it. Let's take a look at the euro yen. That one would be interesting, actually, because I didn't take that trade. We only took 4 trades today, but we made 328 pips, buddy. Yeah, we call that a yeah moment. We flex our muscle. We flex our Forex muscles today. If you're not excited about making 328 pips on 4 trades right before non-farm payroll, there's something wrong with you. And let's see the pound yen. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Rick, were you able to get out of your Euro USD trade? Did you call your broker? Let's remove this from site. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have taken the euro yen. I didn't get a signal here. Even though it went long, it would not have been one. And even though it did identify the level previously, a day in advance, look at this, on the 30-minute. I was not keen on that one. Just did not convince me. Let's see the pound yen. You have to follow your rules. You have to abide by them and the strategy. And if you don't get it, then it doesn't work. Ah, okay. So you were demo trading. Okay, not a problem. I'm glad. At least you had a positive result. Enough to get me to go to Disneyland. That's right, buddy. But you know what? As much as I'd love to go to Disneyland, John, I won't because I have a 3.5-year-old and I do not want to get him measles. And Disneyland has become a contaminating place for kids when it comes to measles. Yeah, measles. Not good, buddy. We avoid that like a plague. See, this one, I would not have taken this trade either. I didn't get a signal prior to the announcement. I'm not taking it. You know, I got 4 good signals, you know, which was very good. The Euro USD, and sometimes you're only going to get 3, maybe 4 good trades right before non-farm payroll, and you'll know which ones they are. Yeah, measles in Disneyland is not a good thing. I won't take my son. I'd rather take him to Chuck E. Cheese. It's short, sweet, and I can be out of there in an hour. I don't have to walk for hours and be in pain at the end of the day. I'd rather hire someone to walk. Yeah, we made 71 pips on this bad boy. See, the signal here was on the 20-minute right here. You can see the power dots formed. We had an hour notice before the announcement. That's right, you get 12 trades a year with NFP. You can make some serious bank. I like the way you think, buddy. Our entry was here at 114.52. Our exit was 13.80. And we ended up walking out with 71 pips on that trade. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. The pound dollar, I'll show you. On the 20-minute is where we identify the signal. Not on the smaller minutes and not in the higher minutes. This is our little secret. On this one, we identified the power dots here. This was at 6:20 a.m. Eastern Time, 3:20 a.m. Pacific. It identified the level. The last one was here at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Pacific, at 153.42. That it was not going to break above that, and it did not. Our entry was right here, 153.28. And our exit was right here, 152.71 short. Walked away with 58 pips on that one. We'll take a look at the US CAD real quickly. This one identified the level right here. This was 5:20 a.m., but it, once it formed, couldn't really avoid it. Entered it here at 124.33. It identified the price level at 124.22. This one they came down and then they went long. And they came down on this one to 123.80 from 124.22. So it was about 40 pips, and then they spiked to the upside. That was a pretty, pretty amazing hit that they did. Our entry had two entries, one here at 124.33 and the other one here at 124.81. No, at 124.46, and ended up getting out with a total of we did pretty well on this one. What was that? Hold on. Let me move. We did 35 pips on one, 47 pips on the other. And then lastly, yes, I did multiple entries on that one. I like the US CAD. It excited me a lot. Normally I don't do multiple entries, but I like this one more because it reminded me last month I missed a great trade on that one. But the one that no one was thinking of, but we were, because we got the signal, was the pound New Zealand. And I can, based on what we've assessed, I can say that these were probably the best trades to be in. This one identified the level on the 20-minute at 4:40 a.m. Pacific, and it was at 126.00. Our entry was 2.0623. Our exit was 2.0744, 117 pips. It actually went up higher, but I got out with 117 pips. So can't really complain about that. It's very important to understand that the market makers plan their trades out very well, and there are certain pairs that they must rebalance, and they've already decided to. And so those are the ones that they're going to set up because they need to rebalance their book in those specific pairs. We're able to key in on that information on the pairs that they need, that they have a necessity to rebalance in their book. And so those are the trades that we look for. Those are the trades that we take. So based on that, that's really what we, where our secret lies, is that we use volume price analysis and take it to the next level. We don't rely on the open, high, low, and close and moving averages the way other people use their volume indicators. We don't. Our power dots identify, our power dot algorithm identify when they're going to drive volume and momentum into the market and the direction that they're going to head into. And that has a lot more value, I think, than anything out there that I've seen. So, we're willing to put ourselves out there when it comes to these trades. Question. Yes, some trades do go the opposite direction, and that's because they're going to try and stop people out. So my suggestion is that if you know the direction they're going to go in with a smaller lot size where you feel comfortable that you can take the retracement before they actually go in your direction. They do this in NFP a lot. Not only do they, spike the opposite direction to trick people, but they also do it to widen the spread. So you have to have quite a bit of leeway, and you can never, I don't like, trading more than 5% of the account myself. Some people can be a little bit more aggressive. I think you should be conservative. That's just my opinion. Of course, everyone has their own way of trading and their own risk parameters, but if you know the direction of the trades, then realistically they're just, at that point it really comes down to risk management on your end in order for you to have success. But yeah, in a week, to especially non-farm payroll, there aren't that many people can say they walked away with 328 pips. We can. So that makes a difference, a big, big difference. For those of you that showed up late, I'm so sorry you showed up late. I did open up the room early, 20 minutes before the news announcement. We ended up generating, as I said, 328 pips. We made 117 pips on the pound New Zealand. We went long. You can see our entry, and I'm actually going to put little arrows here. Go back to these. And so you always want to identify what you have done because it allows you to go back and track and redo things, of course. Let's go to the USD CAD and track those as well, track the entries. There isn't really anything else out there that I feel that will affect. Wow, I love gold. Gold made a $23 move. We'll take a look at gold soon. God, I should have traded gold. If you haven't had your coffee, have some coffee. It'll be good for you. Let's see. This does not work on MT4. Limitations on MT4 is can't use the tick data, so doesn't really help at all from that perspective. Okay, we had an entry here, and then we had another entry here. Only on Ninja and another platform that we use. Remember, the Ninja demo is free. You can use it limitless until you decide to trade live with it. You can use the FXCM or MB Trading Ninja Trader demo fee. They'll give you a license, no problem. And you can use that until you start to make money. And then you can buy the Ninja Trading license, the lifetime license. They offer it for $1,000. It's worth the investment. I use the kinetic feed offered by Ninja. It's about $70, $75, but as you can see, it pays for itself. Let's go to the British pound tool, and then we'll take a look at gold. Yeah, MT4 has its limitations. It's not a professional platform. It is truly what they call a retail platform, and it's free. MT4 is free. Now, I'm not going to kid you. I like MT4, but I can't run my algorithms on MT4, so I'm in the business of making pips, not losing. And if that means that I have to basically use something else, then I'll use something else to do so. And NinjaTrader is a great enough platform that has that technology that allows me. Our entry was there. Let me move the arrow down. And our exit on that one was there. So you shouldn't fear change. Change is not a bad thing. Especially if it's going to get you where you need to be. Yeah, wrong one, hold on. you should not fear change. And one thing that I do is that, in the 3-day training course that I provide, I show people how to use Ninja, because really we use it for the charting. The charting is excellent. I mean, if you execute your trades on a different platform, that's on you. I'm not going to tell you what to do in that regard, but I feel very strongly that that you need this information. I mean, proof is in the pudding. It just doesn't get any better than this. I mean, when you've identified the level way in advance that they're not going to break because they've already decided to rebalance it, then what more do you want? I mean, we made 71 pips on the Euro USD instead of 100. Shoot me for doing something like that. Let's take a look at gold. I want to see what gold looks like. You can't go wrong if you make 328 pips in one day on non-farm payroll, in 4 trades. I think that you're doing something right from that perspective. I don't know what they're doing elsewhere, but I can tell you that they're probably not in the trades that we were in. Oh wow, look at the gold. It just snapped. But there was no identification of the level here, but let's see on the 45-minute if there was. It did identify the level right here, one at 1266, and it did it during the Asian session, and it never looked back from it. I mean, it just went down. I mean, gold's down almost $24 right now. That's amazing. Non-farm payroll day, that's a great move. Great move. So yes, still going. Yes, gold is still going. It is definitely definitely a mover. Now, for those of you that are outside of the U.S., you can trade gold on gold spot. With a lot of providers out there, so it makes a big difference in that regard. You have more advantage. Granted, leverage is changing across the world because of what the Swiss National Bank did, but we all have to make adjustments in that regard. But they're not going to eliminate the Forex retail market because it's a great market. You have to understand, not even 1% of the people have the information and software that we have here at Phoenix Trading Strategies. So in no means are we going to affect the bank's profitability from the retail trader. We can have great success with it because we understand what they're doing. We decode their algorithmic and high-frequency manipulation, but others don't. Yep, it signals you can trade futures, you can trade Forex, you can trade stocks with this software. I don't trade stocks. It's not my thing. But yeah, you can trade futures, you can trade gold, silver, the E-minis, sugar, whatever toots your horn. Look at that Euro trade, it's still kicking. I should have stayed in that thing. Would have been a 100-pip move. But I can't complain. 71 pips on that trade is a great trade. So I don't really have anything else to add, ladies and gentlemen, besides the fact that we had a great trading day. 328 pips. Unless you guys have any questions, this would be the moment. You can minimize the risk in stock trading as well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, why not? You know, if you understand how to use the software, identify the direction of the trade and the price levels that they're using, yes, you know, that is one way of minimizing. If you have the information, then you define your risk parameters, how much you're willing to risk by defining your stop loss. You know, this software allows us, before taking an entry, to map out our stop loss, which is our risk, and our take profit target, which is our reward. Why? Because we're able to identify those levels that no one out there can. And I'm not saying that I'm the only one that can, but I haven't seen anyone else come out with something remotely similar to this that would allow you to. Now, we took 4 trades, and these were the 4 trades that they clearly identified that they needed to rebalance aggressively. And they gave us the signals for it. We looked at others that just didn't pan out. The U.S. yen, you know, I just didn't see it. I mean, you know, it didn't. And if I don't get a signal on it, then I'm not taking that trade, especially a news announcement. No way am I taking that type of risk. You know, you have to be disciplined. And when you're trading, that matters more than anything, because this is a business. This is not a game, you know, and if you're in the business of trading, then you have to have a disciplined mindset. You have to understand the institutional mindset and the way they trade, and that's the one thing that we teach you. But they did hit this level on the higher time frame, 117.11. We had identified it Wednesday or Thursday morning, you know, on the U.S. yen, and they hit it right down to the pip. You know, on my other account, I ended up making 103 pips, but this thing has just, it just keeps on giving. I mean, this thing is, you know, from top to bottom, 173 pips. Wow. But I can live with 103 pips on that trade. Rebalance. Okay. Currency portfolio rebalancing. Let's go over that real briefly. I have an indicator that actually demonstrates a great visual of it. So I'll pull that out in a second. Bear with. Give me a second. It's taking a little bit more longer to portray and come out. Okay, so let me pull out a new chart. New chart. Forex. We'll use the Euro USD. We will use Forex Radar. We will use, we will use a 15-minute, and we will load 45 days. Bear with. Okay, so this is the Forex Radar. Now this is on a 15-minute. Now, currency portfolio rebalancing. Each line signifies a specific currency. The red, the Aussie dollar, the orange, the British pound, the purple, the Japanese yen, the USD is the cayenne or turquoise, Canadian is the yellow, Euro is the green, and the white is the Swiss dollar, and the blue is the New Zealand. So this is basically what it is. When they take a specific currency out of balance, in this case they had strengthened the British pound against a portfolio of 8. They had weakened the New Zealand dollar, and we took this trade. You know, we ended up yielding 117 pips on this trade. So right before the announcement, you can see that they had already crossed on the 15-minute. And they had crossed here, which was at 4:45 a.m. Pacific time, 7:45 a.m. Eastern time. We got the signal way in advance when it was around this time, around 7:30 a.m. that they were going to rebalance this one aggressively, which they did. This was actually, I think, the best trade of the morning, because it showed the necessity for them to bring it back into balance with a portfolio of 8. And I do a really thorough course on this, for people to understand that money is in continuous motion. So whenever they take a specific currency out of balance, they have to bring it back into balance with the portfolio. So when they took this one out of balance and strengthened it, the British pound, against a portfolio of 8, they can't sustain this level too long against how it's trading against the other currencies, and eventually have to weaken it. Same with the New Zealand. They could not continue to sustain it at a weak level and eventually had to bring it back into balance, making this pair, the pound New Zealand, one of the best pairs to actually be looking at. Some pairs were taken out of balance. For instance, some currencies, the CAD, the Canadian, is taken out of balance. The US dollar is being taken out of balance. The yen, Japanese yen, is being taken out of balance. So these, you're going to have later, probably Sunday, you're going to have the Canadian yen and the US yen rebalancing. And so you'll have the yen weakening against these that actually strengthening against the Canadian and the dollar, which are right now currently getting stronger but will eventually become weaker because they will not be able to sustain them at these levels. So they won't be able to sustain the yen at a level of weakness for a substantial amount of time, and we'll have to rebalance it, and that's what we call currency portfolio rebalancing. So hopefully I was able to explain that, but I do a much more thorough course on it where you can actually identify certain trades before they play out. It's a very, very interesting theory of mine, and I use that theory to design my algorithms based on that, because there are certain currencies that they take out of balance, and you can never tell when they're going to take them out of balance. My algorithms can actually identify when they're going to take them out of balance. See, the Euro-USD was not one of those that was out of balance. It was in balance. And so we were able to identify that they were going to take it out of balance, which is exactly what they did. So when you're able to key in on that information and use it appropriately, you have great potential of maximizing on trades that others would not really, they'd be guessing. I don't like to guess. Guessing is never a good thing. I have to mathematically calculate everything and make sure that it's not disputable. And that's basically what the outcome is. So that's all we have for today. I don't really have anything more to add in that regard. I will put down my information again for you guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm typing my email in the room right now. I'm typing down my Skype. For those of you that are outside of the US, you can Skype me. Or if you wish to give me a call, you know what? I do take phone calls. Yesterday I had 2 people, one call me from Scotland, one call me from Belgium. And I took those calls, and it was, oh man, it was right after the 2 a.m. Eastern European session we did Thursday morning, and I had not fully recovered, but I still took the calls. So that's basically it. We will be putting up this recording more than likely tomorrow. For those of you that missed it, I'm sorry. We ended up, like I said, making 328 pips in 4 trades. We took the US CAD long, we took the pound New Zealand long, we took the Euro USD short, and the pound dollar short. Those were our 4 trades. And that's all she wrote. Annette, my engineer, sent you an email. Do me a favor and respond back to set up an appointment so she can help you get your platform and indicator set up. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. See you Monday morning.